In this video, I will show you how to use ChatGPT to learn Java. The first question we can ask: what is Java? Java is a widely used, versatile, and object-oriented programming language. It was initially developed by Sun Microsystems, now owned by Oracle Corporation, in the mid-1990s. Java is designed to be platform-independent, which means that code written in Java can run on various platforms without modification. This is achieved through the use of the Java Virtual Machine, JVM, which interprets and executes Java bytecode. Key features and aspects of Java include: object-oriented. Java follows the object-oriented programming paradigm, allowing developers to create and manipulate objects that encapsulate data and behavior. Platform independence. Java code is compiled into an intermediate form called bytecode. This bytecode is then interpreted by the JVM at runtime, allowing Java applications to run on any platform with a compatible JVM. Strongly typed. Java is a statically typed language, which means that variable types must be declared explicitly and are checked at compile time. Automatic memory management. Java includes a garbage collection system that automatically manages memory by reclaiming memory from objects that are no longer needed, thus reducing the risk of memory leaks. Robust and secure. Java's design includes features like exception handling and strong type checking that help catch errors at an early stage, enhancing the robustness of applications. Java's security model also includes features that help protect against malicious code. Rich standard library. Java provides a comprehensive standard library that offers a wide range of pre-built classes and functions for various tasks, making development more efficient. Multithreading. Java supports multithreading, allowing developers to create concurrent and parallel applications that can take advantage of modern multi-core processors. Networking. Java has built-in libraries for networking, making it relatively easy to develop applications that communicate over networks. Community and ecosystem. Java has a large and active developer community, which has led to a vast ecosystem of libraries, frameworks, and tools that simplify various aspects of development. Enterprise and web development. Java is commonly used in enterprise-level applications and web development. Technologies like Java EE, now Jakarta EE, and Spring Framework provide tools for building robust and scalable applications. Java has been used in a wide range of applications, from desktop applications and mobile apps, using Android, to web services, enterprise systems, and embedded devices. It continues to be a popular choice for developers due to its portability, reliability, and extensive toolset. The second question we can ask ChatGPT is: could you give me step-by-step instructions on how to learn Java? Certainly. Learning Java can be a rewarding journey. Here's a step-by-step guide to help you get started. Step 1. Understand the basics. Setup. Install Java Development Kit, JDK, on your computer. You can download it from the official Oracle website or use OpenJDK. Make sure to set up the environment variables. IDE, Integrated Development Environment. Choose an IDE to write and compile Java code. Popular choices include Eclipse, IntelliJ IDEA, and Visual Studio Code with Java extensions. Step 2. Learn the fundamentals. Basic syntax. Start with learning the syntax of Java, including data types, variables, operators, and basic control structures like if statements and loops. Object-oriented concepts. Understand the core concepts of object-oriented programming, OOP, such as classes, objects, inheritance, polymorphism, and encapsulation. Methods and functions. Learn how to create methods, functions, and how to call them. Understand parameters, return types, and method overloading. Arrays and lists. Study arrays and collections, like ArrayList, for storing and managing groups of data. Step 3. Dive deeper. Exception handling. Learn about handling errors and exceptions in Java using try-catch blocks. File handling. Understand how to read from and write to files using Java's file I/O classes. Packages and modules. Explore how to organize your code into packages and modules for better structure and maintainability. Step 4. Object-oriented programming. Classes and objects. Delve deeper into classes and objects. Learn about constructors, instance variables, and methods. Inheritance and polymorphism. Understand how inheritance allows you to create a hierarchy of classes, and how polymorphism enables you to use objects of different classes interchangeably. Interfaces and abstract classes. Study interfaces and abstract classes for defining contracts and common behaviors for classes. Step 5. Advanced Topics. Multithreading and concurrency. Learn about creating and managing multiple threads to achieve parallel execution. Collections Framework. Explore Java's rich collections framework, including lists, sets, and maps. Lambda Expressions. Understand functional programming concepts using Lambda expressions and the Stream API. Database Connectivity. Learn how to connect Java applications to databases using JDBC, Java Database Connectivity. Step 6. Practice and Projects. Practice coding. Practice coding regularly to reinforce your understanding of concepts. Websites like LeetCode, HackerRank, and Codecademy offer Java coding challenges. Personal projects. Work on small projects to apply what you've learned. This could be a simple application, a game, or a utility tool. Step 7. Online resources and courses. Online courses. Enroll in online Java courses on platforms like Coursera, Udemy, edX, or Khan Academy. These courses provide structured learning paths, documentation and tutorials. Refer to the official Java documentation and online tutorials for detailed explanations of specific topics. Step 8. Join the community. Forums and communities. Participate in online forums like Stack Overflow or Reddit to ask questions and learn from experienced Java developers. GitHub. Explore open-source Java projects on GitHub to see real-world implementations and collaborate with others. Remember that learning programming takes time and practice. Don't be discouraged by challenges, they are a natural part of the learning process. Celebrate your achievements along the way, and continuously seek to improve your skills. The next question. Could you explain the basics of Java for beginners? Of course. Let's start with the basics of Java for beginners. 1. Writing your first Java program. A Java program is typically written in a text editor and saved with a .java extension. Here's a simple hello world program. Public class hello world. Public static void main string args. System.out.println hello world. In this program, public class hello world, this declares a class named hello world. Public static void main string args, this is the main method, the entry point of your program. It's where execution starts. System.out.println hello world, this line prints hello world to the console. 2. Variables and data types. Variables are used to store data. Java has various data types, including int, integer numbers, example, int age equals 25, winky face. Double, floating point numbers, example, double pi equals 3.14159, winky face. Boolean, Boolean values, true or false. Char, single characters, example, char grade equals, a winky face. String, textual data, example, string name equals John winky face. 3. Operators. Java includes various operators for performing operations on variables and values. Arithmetic operators, plus, dash, asterisk, /%. Comparison operators, equals, comma, equals. Logical operators, and, or. Not. 4. Control structures. If statement, used for conditional execution. While loop, repeats a block of code as long as a condition is true. For loop, used for iterating over a range of values. 5. Methods. Methods are blocks of code that can be reused. They take input, perform some tasks, and return output or not. For example, public int add, int a, int b. Return a plus b. 6. Object-oriented concepts. Java is an object-oriented language. This means you work with objects that represent real-world entities. Key concepts include classes, blueprint for creating objects. Objects, instances of classes. Inheritance, creating new classes based on existing ones. Polymorphism, using different classes through a common interface. 7. Arrays. Arrays are used to store multiple values of the same type. For example, int, numbers equals, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 8. Comments provide explanations in your code and are ignored by the compiler. There are 2 types. Single-line comments // this is a comment. Multi-line comments /*, this is a multi-line comment */. 9. Input, output. You can read input from the user and display output using the scanner class and system.out. Import java.util, scanner, public class input-output example. Public static void main, string, args. Scanner equals new scanner, system.in. System.out.print, enter your name, string name equals scanner.nextLine, system.out.println, hello, plus name plus, exclamation point. These basics will give you a solid foundation to start programming in Java. As you progress, you can explore more advanced topics and build more complex applications. How do you explain Java to 10-year-old kid? Sure, I'd be happy to explain Java to a 10-year-old in a simple way. Imagine you have a magical notebook called Java. This notebook can understand and follow the instructions you write in a special language. This language is like a secret code that only the notebook can understand. In the notebook, you can tell it to do all sorts of things, like solving math problems, drawing pictures, or playing little games. This special language is called Java code, and the notebook understands it because it has a smart friend inside called the Java wizard. When you write something in Java code and give it to the notebook, the Java wizard reads it and makes your wishes come true. For example, you can tell the notebook to say, hello, to you, and it will do that. Or you can ask it to add numbers together or even make little characters move around on a screen. People use this magical notebook to create all sorts of amazing computer programs, like games, apps for phones and tablets, and even big systems that help companies work better. So, Java is like a magical notebook that can understand your special instructions and help you make cool things happen on computers. Just remember, like learning any new skill, practicing and playing with the notebook's magic will help you become a great Java magician. Can you provide me with some exercises to practice Java? Of course. Here are some Java programming exercises to help you practice your skills. 1. Hello, world. Write a program that prints hello, world, to the console. 2. Even or odd. Write a program that takes an integer input and determines if it's even or odd. 3. Calculator. Create a simple calculator that can perform addition, subtraction, multiplication, and division based on user input. 4. Fibonacci series. Write a program to generate the first n numbers in the Fibonacci sequence. 5. Factorial calculator. Create a program that calculates the factorial of a given number. 6. Guess the number. Develop a game where the computer picks a random number and the player has to guess it. Provide hints like higher or lower. 7. Prime number checker. Write a program that checks if a given number is prime or not. 8. String reversal. Create a program that reverses a given string. 9. Palindrome checker. Write a program that checks if a given string is a palindrome, reads the same forwards and backwards. 10. Simple to-do list. Build a basic to-do list application that allows users to add, view, and remove tasks. 11. Multiplication table. Generate a multiplication table for a given number. 12. Find the largest number. Write a program that finds the largest number in an array of integers. 13. Sorting algorithms. Implement sorting algorithms like bubble sort or selection sort to arrange an array of numbers in ascending order. 14. Prime factorization. Create a program that finds the prime factors of a given number. 15. Calculator with memory. Enhance the calculator from exercise 3 by adding a memory feature that allows you to store and recall numbers. 16. Rock paper scissors game. Build a game where the user plays rock paper scissors against the computer. 17. Word count. Write a program that counts the number of words in a given sentence. 18. Temperature converter. Create a program that converts temperatures between Fahrenheit and Celsius. 19. Leap year checker. Write a program that checks if a given year is a leap year. 20. Sum of digits. Write a program that calculates the sum of the digits of a given number. These exercises cover a range of topics and difficulty levels. As you work through them, you'll become more comfortable with Java programming concepts. Remember to break down each problem into smaller steps and take your time to understand the solutions. Happy coding! Can you create a quiz on Java with 10 questions? Certainly. Here's a Java quiz with 10 questions to test your knowledge. Java quiz. What is Java primarily known for? A. Making coffee. B. Running on various platforms. C. Drawing pictures. D. Solving math problems. Which method serves as the entry point for a Java program? A. Start. B. Main. C. Run. D. Execute. What is an object in Java? A. A colorful shape. B. A piece of text. C. An instance of a class. D. A mathematical equation. Which data type is used for whole numbers in Java? A. Float. B. Double. C. Int. D. Char. What does the if statement do in Java? A. Repeats a block of code. B. Declares a variable. C. Executes code based on a condition. D. Defines a method. What is the purpose of a method in Java? A. To store data. B. To declare variables. C. To perform tasks. D. To draw pictures. What is the Java keyword used to create a new instance of a class? A. Make. B. Create. C. New. D. Instance. Which loop is used to repeat a block of code as long as a condition is true? A. For loop. B. Do-while loop. C. While loop. D. If loop. What does OOP stand for in Java? A. Online order processing. B. Object-oriented programming. C. Operating over parameters. D. Out of place. Which operator is used for logical and in Java? A. And. B. And. C. D. Answers. B. Running on various platforms. B. Main. C. An instance of a class. C. Int. C. Executes code based on a condition. C. To perform tasks. C. New. C. While loop. B. Object-oriented programming. B. And. Feel free to test your Java knowledge by answering these questions. Good luck. Can you provide additional resources for me to learn Java? Absolutely, here are some additional resources that you can use to further your Java learning journey. Absolutely, here are some additional resources that you can use to further your Java learning journey. Online courses. Java Programming and Software Engineering Fundamentals, Coursera, a comprehensive course offered by Duke University that covers Java programming from beginner to intermediate level. Java Programming Masterclass for Software Developers, Udemy, a highly rated and extensive course that covers Java programming in detail, suitable for both beginners and those with some programming experience. Java Tutorial for Complete Beginners, Udemy, a beginner-friendly course that introduces Java concepts step by step. Websites and interactive learning platforms. Code Academy, Learn Java, offers interactive exercises and projects to help you learn Java programming. LeetCode, Java Problems, offers coding challenges that help you practice Java programming and problem-solving skills. Books. Java, The Complete Reference by Herbert Schilt, a comprehensive guide that covers Java fundamentals and advanced topics. Effective Java by Joshua Block. This book provides best practices and guidelines for writing clean and effective Java code. Head First Java by Kathy Sierra and Bert Bates. Known for its engaging style, this book is great for beginners and offers an easy-to-understand introduction to Java. YouTube channels. The Net Ninja offers a series of Java programming tutorials for beginners and intermediate learners. Cave of Programming provides a wide range of Java tutorials, from basics to more advanced topics. Java documentation and references. Oracle Java Documentation, the official documentation for Java programming language, covering everything from basics to advanced APIs. Java API Documentation, this provides a detailed reference to Java's built-in classes and libraries. Forums and communities. Stack Overflow, Java Tag, a place to ask questions, share your knowledge, and learn from experienced Java developers. Reddit, r/LearnJava, a subreddit dedicated to learning Java, where you can ask questions and discuss Java-related topics. Remember that the key to effective learning is practice and consistent effort. As you go through these resources, make sure to apply what you learn by working on projects, solving coding challenges, and writing code regularly. This hands-on experience will solidify your understanding and help you become a proficient Java programmer.